Hello, welcome to my channel. This is one of the few videos that I will post about my experience here living in Casa, how it has been the past 10 months. Are you ready? All right, so I arrived in Casa last year, September 2021, to teach English here. But that was just during a period where COVID was kind of, it was not dying, but it was there. So that made traveling even within the country just a little bit difficult, but after that it got a little bit easier. Things that I've learned in Casa. One is when it comes to transport, you do need a private vehicle. If you're coming from Europe and you can bring your private vehicle here to Casa or to Morocco, bring it. If not, rent a car, because it's quite difficult to explore Morocco as a country without your own private transport. You can take the train so I'm living here in Casa, so you can take the train from Casa Gare to the airport, and from the airport then you can take domestic flights out or international flights out. But within Casa itself, you can take the tramway, and the tramway has got two different cards. All right, this card is for temporary buy, meaning if you buy this card at the kiosk, it's either for one way, which is 7 dirham, or two ways, 12 dirham, or you can buy the rechargeable card, this one, and this one costs, I think it was 100 dirham to make, maybe it was 50. And then after that you can go to the kiosk and top up, just recharge it from 6 to 60 dirham, and you can do several top-ups in one go. So I say that this is really helpful if you are taking the tramway quite often here. Second, after transport will be food. Moroccan food is delicious. Couscous is known, it's a UNESCO World Heritage food, but just know that the way it's being cooked here and the spices that you use is very different from where you're used to. So if you fall sick, unfortunately, that is kind of common. So a lot of my friends who came here to visit, unfortunately, they have a little bit of tummy upset. We try to prepare them as possible, so we've got medicines, we've got paracetamol for them, we've got diarrhea medicines just in case, because it happened to us as well. I thought my stomach was strong enough, but hey. Third, before coming here, do get yourself vaccinated for a bunch of things, so especially hepatitis. Not saying that you are going to get it, but you may never know how you're going to do it. Now, I'm not saying that the country is completely, dirty. It is a city. And if you have been to different cities, different third world cities around the world, you would kind of have the same experience, an idea of what it is. So just protect yourself and get yourself vaccinated. Fourthly, there are many places to visit in Morocco itself. Casablanca is a city. It's where the Hassan II Mosque is, the second biggest mosque in the world. It's a beautiful mosque, and also the shopping center, the mall, the Morocco Mall is here in Casa. But other than that, there's nothing much to do or see here in Casa. There are other cities, for example, Marrakesh. So you can get from Casa to Marrakesh in 2 hours by the train. So you take the train to Marrakesh, and it takes you 2 hours there. It cuts through in the middle of Morocco, in the middle of Morocco, and it's quite nice. It's quite beautiful. I cannot tell you how beautiful the red earth is when you see it. I took the train in winter time, so it was quite chilly. So the windows were open, so it was quite chilly, but there was still sun, and the red earth was just really beautiful. So you can travel to Marrakesh from Casablanca by the train. If you drive, it's much better. It's also about 2 hours drive. The train, I can't remember the price, but you can check out on ONCF. Now, to get to other cities like Agadir from Casablanca, you can take one, the domestic flight, or two, take the train from Casa to Marrakesh, 2 hours, and then Marrakesh to Agadir, which is about another 3 hours. Okay? And also from Marrakesh, you can go to another city called Essaouira. Other cities that you will probably going to go to will be Fez, Meknes, even Ifran. All these places, it is possible if you take the bus. All right. There are also the northern part which I haven't been to, like Tangier, where the port is, like the port in between Morocco and Spain or France or Portugal. So the port at Tangier, and also Chef Shawan and Tetuan, I think. So these are some of the cities that I would recommend you go see. Do not stay in Casa your whole time because it can get quite boring after some time. But after visiting all these places, of course, do take some time to unwind. Lastly is the fifth part is just know that the culture in Morocco is unique, right? And one thing that we have to kind of be aware is that what is shown in the media, regardless of which country you go to, is a way of how the country wants to show to the rest of the world. When you come to the country itself, it is another experience. Try your hardest to be open to it, which I did, but I think for people who know me know that I got homesick and I fell sick and I had a lot of resistance. It's just not for me. I don't know how to say this, but sometimes when you go to a place, you just go, this place, it vibes with me, and some place doesn't vibe. So Casablanca didn't quite vibe with me. Agadir, one of my favorite cities in Morocco, it vibes with me. So had I been in Agadir, I think I might be able to stay for about 1 more year, but things is just how it is. All right, that's all that I would like to share. So just to kind of quickly recap, if I remember what I was saying, the first thing is, when you're traveling here, make sure that you have a private transport. Secondly, if you're traveling within the city, get yourself these cards. Thirdly, travel outside of Casa. There are many places in Morocco that is quite nice. Fourthly, just be prepared for the food here, that you may fall sick because it's new. Lastly, be open to the culture that is here. Now, the local people are really nice. They really are. When you ask them for help, they will help you. They speak Darija, which is a dialect, which is an Arabic dialect special here, and also the native language of Moroccan's people, the Berber. They have their own dialect. The other language that they speak in Morocco is French. So if you know French very well, then you're okay. If you don't know your French, then try to pick up simple things like hello, I would like to go, in French. Do you know where this is? How much is this? So make sure that you know just a bit of French to ask, because that's normally the language that you can use. Other than that, I would say have the time of your life here. And if you're gonna find an apartment in Casablanca, I will do another video just after this so you can watch. But that's it. That's my experience in a nutshell of being here in Casa.